What is up, enthusiasts? It is Cedar Flags here, and welcome back to another one of my videos. I know I just came out with the video yesterday, but today we got a massive story coming out of Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. This is a massive story. Basically what happened is that they released the plans of a brand new roller coaster. This is the rumored roller coaster coming to Wildwood Grove in the upcoming year or years, and let me just say that we know more about it now. And it makes me very excited to talk about it. I'm sure this is going to be the first of many parts talking about this massive project, as I absolutely adore Dollywood, and I think every coaster they come out with has something special with it. So today, I want to get in what we know, and also my future predictions for what this could be. This is Cedar Flags, and today, I'm going to talk about what we know and future predictions about the new ride at Dollywood. So, this is what we know already. The first thing I want to show you are the blueprints of the layout. This is what we have overall. You can see on the bottom the plot of land that is Wildwood Grove, you have Dragonflyer and the other flat rides surrounding, and we have this already in the park. But what's interesting is this massive layout surrounding the outer edge of this area, and let me just say that this part of the park is very, well, let's just say interesting. There are no trees, it's very blank, there really isn't anything around. It's basically in the middle of a dirt field. So I think adding this attraction along with the theming would spruce up this area a lot more. But this is all we know. This is the only piece of information we have, but there's a lot to analyze from it. The first part of the ride looks to be an out and back section, or this could be the last part of the ride. And then after that or before that, you have a massive twister section. Now, looking this relevant to the size of Dragonflyer, this is going to be a lot bigger of a ride than Dragonflyer, and this is easily going to be the key attraction in this area. So, what could it be? Well, Dollywood already said that they are going to have a thrilling family coaster, a step up from a family coaster, but nothing as intense and thrilling as the big extreme rides like Lightning Rod, Wild Eagle, etc. So, what could this be? First off, the park already has Fire Chaser Express. If you don't know, Fire Chaser Express is a multi-launch by Gerstlauer, and this is the perfect family coaster. This ride has a lot of theming and a lot of different elements. It has a forwards launch, a lift hill, and a backwards launch in that order, and is one of the best family coasters on the planet, and honestly probably the best rounded family coaster. There is so much to offer on this ride, and it is a lot of people's firsts. This is the one main obstacle I had. Now, if this ride didn't exist, I could say, hey, they'll add a traditional family launch coaster. But I'm afraid if they did that, it would be way too similar. So I had to breach out a little, because we know that they aren't going to add another ride like Fire Chaser Express. Herschend loves variety, and they love each of their different roller coasters to provide a thrill that the other ones don't have. Lightning Rod is a launched roller coaster that is extremely thrilling. Mystery Mine has amazing theming and a beyond vertical drop. Thunderhead has an incredible forceful twister layout, etc, etc. So I've come up with a few concepts that I could see in this area. Now, I really don't know. There are so many different possibilities that we could see from Dollywood, but these are my current predictions. Let's get right into them. The first one I want to talk about is a tamer Mach Extreme spinner, or just a tame Mach spinner in general. Now, there are a lot of things that can come from this. First of all, Herschend has already came out with one of these Mach Extreme spinners in Time Traveler, but this is an extremely thrilling ride. It starts off with a 90-degree drop, provides multiple launches, and multiple inversions. This is a pretty intense ride, and a pretty scary ride for the kids out there. Now, if they want a thrilling family coaster, what they could do is something similar to maybe a mix of Time Traveler and Cheetah Hunt. Now, Cheetah Hunt's considered a thrilling family coaster, but it really doesn't provide that many family elements, and it's a lot more of a thrilling ride. But it's marketed as a thrilling coaster, as well as a family ride. Maybe they could do something like Cheetah Hunt, but provide that spinning element, maybe have one inversion to get guests used to it, and have the rest of the ride kind of meander. It could be a lesser version, but I don't know if Dollywood would want to do that. Maybe they want to save up their extreme spinner for a thrilling coaster, or they want to come out with a completely different model for a spinning ride. Maybe just a typical Mach spinner, Or maybe a completely new model that hasn't been introduced yet. Maybe a mock spinner that's up to date and can provide some great elements, but doesn't have the same caliber as the extreme spinner. Anyway, I'm getting off course here. I still think this would be a great fit for the park, and a great mixture of family ride and thrill ride. The second part I want to talk about is an Intamin motorbike coaster, something similar to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure at Universal's Islands of Adventure. Now, I would go with a Vekoma motorbike, but that would be a little boring. I mean, looking at these Intamin motorbike coasters, these are incredible, and the insane elements on Hagrid's, they just blow me away. Now, of course, judging by the layout, this would not be anywhere near as advanced and massive as Hagrid's, but it could possibly provide something pretty fun. You could theme the trains to animals and have a motorbike setting, but you're riding on an animal instead. You can get pretty creative with this. It could be themed with an animal chasing something around the woods or something similar to that. I'm not really good at theming. But anyway, it could meander around. It could be a pretty tame family coaster, or maybe they could provide some pretty intense whip or ejector moments within the layout, as well as family elements as well. In the twister section, there looks to be a few theming elements within it, and maybe they can get creative with this, because these Intamin motorbikes, well, they have to have a lot of theming. I think this would be a very creative concept, but there is one I like way more than both of these. And the final concept I want to talk about in this video, and something I would absolutely love to see at Dollywood, would be a modern Vekoma flying coaster, something similar to FLY or Fly at Phantasialand. Now, this ride is seriously beautiful. I mean, it provides a launched layout as well as beautiful flying trains, and I think just looking at this ride, even subtracting the theming, is amazing. I think this would be the perfect fit at Dollywood. It would provide yet another launched coaster, and it would provide a very unique flying coaster. They could mark it as the first of its kind in the United States. It would be the first, at least medium-scale modern Vekoma in the United States, and it would be the perfect mix in between family ride and thrilling coaster. Looking at off-ride footage of Fly at Phantasialand, it doesn't look too tame, but it doesn't look too thrilling either. It looks like a very fun experience and could be one of the best flying coasters out there. Just imagine something like this around the edges of Wildwood Grove. You could have it as a bird theme, maybe just birds coasting around the edges of the grove, something like cardinals or blue jays or something cute like that. I think this would be my favorite option personally. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below, because I really think this would be the best choice. As we know, Hershend has a great relationship with Vekoma when it comes to rides like Dragonflyer, and I think they could possibly expand. Now, my only problem with this is I doubt they would put their only two major Vekoma rides in one area, but it doesn't really seem like that much of a big deal. Guests, especially the GP, will probably not pay attention to that and just think of the ride itself. Once again, oh my goodness, I cannot stress you enough how amazing this idea would be in my mind. It would be the first of its kind in its country, great marketing, provide a very unique thrill, a spot filled for Dollywood. It would provide so much, and it would add a third coaster in Dollywood's already amazing lineup. Well, let me know what you thought about this video in the comments below. This is a breaking news story and we really don't know that much information yet, so stay tuned. Anyway, click that subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already. This is Cedar Flags, and I will see you all later.